Welcome to the Jennifer Gray Show, a place where you can get unstuck, make shift happen, and not take life so seriously. So today's show, I'm super duper excited about because I have my dear friend and colleague, Rob Palmer Watkins, who is one of the stars of General Hospital. He plays Dylan Quartermain, here with me to share with you awesome tools of transformation of how you can use acting tools to manifest your desires. So Rob, I just want to welcome you on the show today.
How's it going? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
On the Jennifer Grace Show.
Woo! Awesome. And it's even more exciting because today is the very first time I am Zooming in my guest live from Hollywood, California. And yeah, this is something I've been wanting to do. And, here we are. So you're the first guest who is being catapulted in from time and space. So congratulations, Rob. You should be.
So cool what we can do with technology these days, you know?
It is. It's amazing.
Like right there.
Love it. Okay, so you and I co-taught a class together, Directing Your Destiny, and that was a great experience. So what Rob and I were teaching our students during this 4-week course was really how to use actors' tools to tap into the authenticity of emotion. And here's why. The reason is that when you are manifesting, there's this energy field that surrounds you all. It's called the 0-point field. And in order to communicate with the 0-point field, you have to speak its language. And as Rob knows, it's not Spanish, right, Rob? Exactly.
A lot about this field. And
yes.
It's pretty crazy stuff.
It is. It's really interesting. So the field speaks the language of emotion. And when I was writing Directing Your Destiny, I was, in this whole thought process of how am I going to teach my students to feel love and manifest love when they're lonely? How am I going to teach them to feel abundance when they're going broke? Because if you're thinking, I feel excited that I'm in a healthy, conscious relationship, and you're not believing it and you're not thinking it, right? Because what could they be thinking? I'm going to die an old lady with 20 cats, right? Or something more horrible than that. And so how do you feel when the belief system says, I don't deserve love, I don't deserve money, or the negative things? Obviously you feel sad, lonely, depressed. So I started using the actors' tools to authentically feel the emotional truth of what the character would be portraying. Like, Rob, when you see Meryl Streep up on the screen, don't you believe everything that woman says?
Yeah, she's amazing. And it's like you say, it's because she's not acting. She's finding the truth in whatever she's talking about or whatever scene she's in or whoever she's talking with. And she's believing every word that comes out of her mouth. And in return, the audience, the viewers, believe everything that she's doing. You don't feel like she's acting.
Right.
So that translates really well to kind of this whole energy field that you're talking about and manifesting everything. If you don't believe what you want, then that's gonna be what the vibration that's sent out to other people, right?
Exactly. And that's the whole, piece right there. The audience is the energy field. And we get to convince the audience, the energy field, that we actually feel it. And you can't fake it. You've got to actually feel it. So I would love to talk with you a little bit before we go into the actual tools to help you guys use the AFM technique. But for you, Rob, how important is it, when you're on set, General Hospital, in your own actor's life? I know you have pulled from lots of different acting methods and tools and really created your own process. But what are things that you do on set that get you there emotionally so that it's believable?
Well, it's crazy because on a soap opera, you don't have a lot of time to get there. So
yes.
I've had to learn to get there a lot faster. And I think it really does help to just go into the scene I've learned so many different tools. I've been to so many different classes, learned from so many different teachers. And ultimately, it's great to have all that training. But at the end of the day, when you get in a scene, you kind of want to throw all that shit out the window. You want to have it as a tool to get you there as the character, but you kind of want to throw it away, because I like to just be in the scene. You know what I mean? If you have
in the moment.
If you have it too planned out and too structured, and you're like, okay, I'm going to say this word like this, and then I'm going to go up here. I think I want to cry right here. Then I want to, it's going to be fake. You're not going to be feeling it, because really it's going to, if you're really acting and listening to the other person, then you should be so in the moment, and it should be different every time, because you should be reacting to the way that person said that to you, and nobody's going to ever say that the same way. You know what I mean? So, I think that's what I've kind of come up with my own process is I've learned a lot of different things. I've taken things that have helped me, different tools. And then when I get on set in the scene, I try to just go, okay, I've got the lines. I kind of know where I want the scene to go, but I'm just going to let it happen.
Yeah. So you bring a lot of present moment awareness.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're really in the moment.
And for being on, General Hospital, you don't have a lot of time, like a normal movie or a normal commercial or a normal short film, whatever it is that you're working on. A soap opera, you get one rehearsal and then you shoot it. And you pretty much only get one take. I mean, it's very rare that they give you more than one take. So you got to get it in your first take. So I've had to learn to kind of get there a lot faster. I think, like you said, just believing what you're saying, being present in the moment, knowing what you want and putting that energy out there is what helps me get there a lot quicker, Yeah.
So a lot of it is declaration, being declarative in who you are and what you want, whether it's that choice in the scene or the choice in your life, being there. And where a lot of people get tripped up is when they are in their heads. They're worrying about the future, they're regretting the past, and they're not in the present moment where peace lives. So a lot of the tools that we taught in Directing Your Destiny and that we're going to be teaching on our Costa Rica retreat that we're doing together is how to be in the present moment, how to use mindfulness, meditation, journaling, to take down that anxiety from, a 10 to a 2, to really be present with what's in front of you. And from that space, you can create magic. And that's a key factor. And then also, going back in time, the substitution technique that I've used from Uta Hagen, something that I would do way off stage. And remember, I was a theater actress, so I would have that time to really get into the character. And I would play that same character again and again and again. And I would have to, and the same lines again and again and again in a play. And when I was about to go on stage, it was so important for me to be believable in that moment to the audience. So many times I would go back in time, and if I had to, play this scene of just horror and strife and sadness, I would have to go in my memory bank and go back to a time where I felt deep sadness. Or even if I was in a love scene, like go back to a time where I was like in that crush. Ben Noble, 6th grade, I'll never forget the carnival. He asked me to marry him. Look, I'm like blushing. Okay, that was like 50 years ago.
He already asked you to marry him? He was ready.
It was like the school carnival, where they had the little thing and it like, yeah. So anyway, I digress. So I would go back there and all of a sudden I'm feeling this crush, and then I would go out on stage and deliver to, I'll never forget in high school, I'm not going to say his name because he is my friend on Facebook right now. But he was like yucky and I didn't want to kiss him. And I would just go back and think of Ben, and then I would deliver my lines, and it was like I was in this space of love. So your tool of being present, being in that moment, being able to respond to whatever the other character is throwing at you is so important. And then also using substitution methods. So these are two things that Rob and I teach together that we're going to bring to the Costa Rica retreat, as well as writing future life scripts, and I have so much fun with that. I don't know about you, but I love, creating the set and the day and what it's going to look like and where I am and who's there. And I'm like living these life scripts that I have written. It's extraordinary.
I just started doing that exercise as well, and it's interesting.
I know.
First, I was a little intimidated by it. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, I don't want to guess where I'm gonna be. I don't know. You know, what if I make up something weird? Or I don't know. But no, it's cool. It's really cool, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I've had things come to fruition like that. I literally wrote it. Like I wrote a scene and then I'm like living it. And there was no way that it couldn't have come from my own imagination.
Yeah.
So I think I wrote a scene that we were all together in Costa Rica.
I think that might have been accurate because
we're going.
Shall we talk about it?
Sure. Let's talk about it. All right. So Rob's also an awesome musician. So let's talk about like the evening campfires, because I think that's what I'm the most excited about. What are you bringing? What are you bringing to the campfire?
This Costa Rica trip is going to be so freaking awesome because we've got everything. We got you, meditation, yoga, spiritual, transformational stuff, me kind of going along with that, plus acting and music, hopefully some improv exercises. We got Jordan doing the fitness, Rude Fit Life, and he's going to be doing some fit classes and whitewater rafting excursions. It's going to be awesome. The campfire, I think we can expect a lot of good sing-along sessions, maybe some guitar, roasting some marshmallows, just good bonding time and without technology, for God's sakes. We're going to put our phones away. And I'm so guilty of this. So I'm the worst. I've been looking at my phone all day. I'm looking at a computer screen right now. I love you, but I'm still looking at a computer screen.
Exactly.
So it would be nice to disconnect from that shit, connect with ourselves and with each other, and just have a few days to just reconnect with ourselves. And, you know, we don't do that enough in 2017. We just don't. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, so the concept is getting unplugged. So we're all going to turn in our computers and our cell phones, and for the first 24 hours, nada. And then I'm going to be nice. I'm going to let everybody check their phone, like, you know, a half an hour, 45 minutes a day before dinner, just to not let things build up. And in case there's an emergency, there's going to be a bat phone. So if anybody, you know, needs to be gotten in touch with, our assistants will have a way of friends and family to get in touch with you. But it's really about, you know, disconnecting from the world to reconnect to yourself, to make new friendships, to explore beautiful Costa Rica, like you said, ziplining and whitewater rafting, yoga, spirituality, and a lot of fun. Like, I'm all about fun, and I know you are too. So
I do want to say this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's been funny because I've had a few people go, oh man, I would love to come, but I don't know about the detox part. I'm going to want to drink. And I'm like, oh, no. Don't get us wrong. We will be drinking. We are detoxing from technology, not alcohol. So everybody, don't worry.
Digital detox, not an alcohol detox. Be very clear.
Not a party detox. We will be partying.
No, it's so funny because people ask me about my retreats and I say, you know, the morning is meditation, yoga, and fitness and mindfulness, and the evenings is drunken debauchery.
Yes.
Yes, and campfires and sing-alongs. So the dates are July 5th through the July 9th. And just so everybody knows, Costa Rica has 82 degrees year round. And in the afternoons, it always has like a little rain, which cools it off. And it's beautiful. And the place that we're staying at is in the mountains. They also have an incredible staff of healers there, so you can get healing treatments in the afternoon. And the food is like outrageous. It's all farm to table. Everything is beautifully laid out. All the food is included. And it's just so fresh. It's really, really good.
The place that we're staying, Jennifer did a great job at picking out these little villas. It's beautiful.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. And if you want to check it out and look for more details and come with Rob and Jordan and I on this incredible retreat, you can go to jennifergrace.com/Costa Rica. Awesome. Yeah, and we'll be teaching a whole session on directing your destiny, Rob and I, and really getting down to using these actors tools, helping you set goals, get clear about who you are, what you want, and write extraordinary future life scripts that you one day get to star in. All right. Well, thank you for Zooming with me today. I can't wait to see how this turns out in editing. Rob, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be awesome.
Join us on this Costa Rica trip. If you're planning on going on a vacation this summer anyways, why not go with us and get some transformational life coaching, fitness, yoga, fun at the same time, right?
Exactly. I love it.
All
right.
Thank you for having me.
Goodbye, honey. You're so welcome. And thank you all for joining us today. This has been the Jennifer Gray Show. And this, my friends, is as real as it's going to get.